So welcome back to Uplate, Austin. I am here. We are live from the studios in East Austin, Texas. And Johnny Leal is with us. He has a acoustic act that is called Payment Due, and played a little bit of music for us. Going to play a little more before it's over with. Had a very cool No Effects cover, and he's had some of his own music. Tell me what brought you to playing these songs out of the drum kit. He's a drummer usually, right?
Actually, no. I'm a guitarist originally. I've been playing since '92, even though I don't really sound like it. Yep. But no, I started getting into the acoustic thing because of my cousin, one of the guys that I do the covers for. He influenced me a lot, even though he was younger, and he introduced me to people like Elliott Smith, Anthony Rainieri from Bayside, their acoustic stuff. And I really liked it, and I've always had an acoustic guitar, so I thought, why not just kind of get in on the action, as it were. Mm-hmm. And I really enjoy it. It's nice, and it's I'm kind of a punk rocker by trade, I guess, if you want to say. Mm-hmm. But works out.
Would that be then where the drumming came from, punk rocker by trade?
Yeah, definitely. That actually started because of Rock Band. Don't knock it. It actually works. It taught me how to play. I mean, I've always had timing, if you will, but the game made me really interested in the drums, and I got a kit and joined a couple of bands, and now I'm in the Dandy Bastards, and been in a couple of great bands like Standalones and stuff. So definitely.
And you have a really killer gig with the Dandy Bastards lined up, right? And is that the one that's coming up? It's like next month in September?
Yeah, September 11th. That's going to be at Sweetwater. We're playing with Fight Plan, Bad Habit and the Corruptions, one of my old bands. I get around. And we're also playing with a band called the Shitiots from Nebraska, I think. Great. Yeah, it's awesome. They're very cool sounding, very punk rock, and so that's going to be our first official gig, and then we've actually got one the next day at Trailer Space. So
that's awesome. And Trailer Space is a fun place. Don't touch the soundboard, but it's a fun place. And Sweetwater's like right down the road from my house. It's kind of a new beginning for Fight Plan, as well as they're working in another guitar player now. So that'll be an awesome show. I'm going to try to take a little time off from work and show some face at that punk rock show, man. That would be so fun. So, other things to talk about, I got at least a couple on my mind, and of course anything you want to bring up, I'm all about it. But tell me about your face-to-face cover band.
That is in progress, I guess is the word. We've got a bunch of great people from other bands like Destructive Guerrilla Force. April from Fight Plan is drumming for us. Alan from Jesus Christ Superfly is singing for us. Myself, I'm playing guitar, and then our buddy Albert Wang is playing bass for us. So he's got that Scott Shiflett action going on. So that's definitely a side project. Everybody's been busy with new bands and getting new drummers for their bands and so on. So it's definitely back burner, but it's in process. We're hoping to get back at it late September to hopefully play some shows by winter.
That's awesome. And I saw you online like talking about this compilation, and it kind of made me like, because it's kind of like what I do. I'm like reaching out for songs from bands and putting them out for people to hear. And you were kind of curious. You could fill up a whole CD of stuff from bands, and then bam. And I know the punk rock one is like freaking amazing. Tell me how this compilation you put together came about, and what's your mindset on that whole thing?
That was literally just interest in a group that I'm in on Facebook. It's a face-to-face group because I love the band. And a long time ago, we did a mixtape swap. And so, back on the old message boards, and a bunch of people from the boards are in this group and said, hey, let's do it again. And so we'll do it with CDs, but on a bigger scale. So, instead of one person doing the white elephant thing, or pink elephant, whatever it's called, everybody's sending one to everybody else that's involved. So I had 9 people that I had to send them out to, some people in Germany and Belgium. And I thought, what, this is, I'm going to make a punk CD and I'm going to make a not punk CD. But this is Austin. You got to showcase stuff from here. So I put a word out on Facebook. I messaged people privately, and thankfully I got everybody's permission to get it to track. The only one I didn't, and I hope I don't get busted for this, is Shaky Graves himself, because that was he's too awesome. I had to get something that was, on YouTube on there. But it just became this bigger thing, and I thought, well, instead of sending it to 9 people, why don't I put it on Bandcamp for free so everybody in Austin can either download it and listen to it, stream it, burn it to CD and listen to it on the way to work. So, and it got some attention and people like it. So I'm already considering making a volume 2, because there's a lot of bands that either didn't get back to me in time, didn't have something ready. or I didn't know about, like Sober Days. Where the hell have I been? So, you know, that I want to at some point do a volume 2 for sure.
Better look out. That's how record labels start, man.
Yeah, no.
That's work.
That's true. That's true.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for including one of my boys' bands, and you know, all the great company on that disc is great stuff. So, how long have you been playing in Austin? What's your backstory?
I've lived in Austin since '99. Came out for a concert, never went home, and then
It was Fish, right? No, sorry.
yeah, absolutely. No, it was actually Face to Face, and I was in a band that nobody heard in 2002. Then kind of just left. I didn't really do much. I just hung out, stayed by myself until I started playing the drums. Then I wanted to get out there again, and I auditioned for a couple of people. I've been in several bands at their inception. You know, like you know, I was actually in a band called Surf's Up for about a week, and they're now known as Riverside Riot. You know, so I'm not a founding member, but I'm a founding member. And you know, I was in Bad Habit for a while. I was in the Standalones. So it's just kind of blossomed. You know, I just put an ad on Craigslist. Hey, I want to play drums. You know, I'm not that good, but I can keep a 1, 2, 3, 4 beat. Yeah. Awesome. And here I am, you know, playing here, playing with the Dandy Bastards, which I'm really excited about. We've got a great sound. I mean, we're not your straight up punk rock. You know, we're that really bluesy, surfy, self-proclaimed daredevil rock is what we are. So we're looking forward to playing live.
Daredevil rock. That's catchy. Look out, man. I was actually talking to Jerry Morgan and talking about what do you do with like getting the word out about music and whatnot, and just bouncing ideas off each other. And he's a real supporter of what we do, and that's very awesome. All of you people out there recently showing some support for getting some Dave TV back on the air. I'm very excited about. So thank you, Jerry, being one of those. But he was mentioning Brian from Riverside and him maybe at least blossoming some ideas to spread the gospel about an even kiltered opinion of bands and music and just trying to get noticed. You know, that's all we got to, because this town is full of great music, in my opinion. It's great places to play. And of course, I mourn the loss of every club that's gone by the wayside, every band that's gone by the wayside. But I think it just, it's a morphing process, and it's all for the greater good. Do what you can when you can, you know, and take advantage of that. Well, I'm think probably enough. Is there anything else you want to share before we cut to another clip and let you get back up here and play some of your music?
No, I think we're all good. Just come check out the Dandy Bastards on the 11th of September.
Can't say come check out, but he didn't say that. But they're playing.
Oh, we're playing.
Yeah, there's special verbiage we have to use.
Oh.
Sorry about that, you guys. Oh. Yeah, the man will come down and crack the whip, I promise.
We're playing that day.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. So thanks to you and your lady for braving East Austin to come out in the middle of the night and do this with us. Absolutely. And thanks to Robert Burton, John, for doing the technical work back there. My boys are on camera over here. Actually, they're mostly on their devices, but they're actually on camera, whether you believe it or not.
We've got cameras on.
Yeah, right. Will and Ryan are back here running cameras. So thank you guys for watching Uplate Austin. And if you're watching on the interwebs, thank you. This is Dave, and we'll have Miss Vonnie on next week, I do believe, who's an amazing vocalist. And I think Robert's got lined up some footage from last South by Southwest with a musician that has 3 names. And if you're not a serial killer and you have 3 names, you have to be a musician. Stay tuned.